Namaste, my friends. A very important question that is often asked is, why do we practice asanas, and especially why do we practice inversions? Unlike the modern understanding that we practice asanas for musculoskeletal benefits, the yogis understood the purpose of asanas very differently. The yogis always were working with prana, the subtlest aspect of our system, energetically speaking, is the focus of the yogis. When yogis were moving the body in asana, they were not moving the body for the sake of moving the body. They were moving the body to move prana, to move energy. That's why they designed different asanas so that there would be certain specific energetic benefits that are obtained when we practice these different forms of postures. So asana practices are classified into different forms, which are basically samasthiti type, paschimotthana type, purvatthana type, parshva type, parivriti type, and the viparita type. These are basically what is called the asana bhedas. That means the kinds of asanas that, or the classification of asanas that will focus prana in certain parts of the body. For example, samasthiti type asanas are where the spine is erect, where the prana is meant to move through the sushumna, touching every one of the 7 different chakras that are aligned along the sushumna nadi, along the spine. The classification called paschimotthana type is focused on the lower chakras, because sometimes the lower chakras get imbalanced and we need to restore their balance. Purvatthana type asanas are those that are engaged in the rebalancing of the upper chakras. When certain chakras above the heart is imbalanced, we are using Purvatthana type asanas to bring about the balance in these chakras. Parshva and parivriti are basically lateral and twist positions where we want to direct the prana asymmetrically on one side of the body much more than the other. So what about inversions? Now when we take prana, in a metaphoric form, prana is like a river that can flow. So sometimes the river flows in one direction, sometimes the river can flow in the other direction. Now in yogic language, when the energy is flowing too strongly in only one direction, say the downward direction, that is the direction they understand as materialism. We get stuck, we have more fear, etc., because the lower chakras become so much more heavier, creating too many boundaries, too many rigidities, too much identifications, the ego. So that was their metaphoric language, where when they wrote certain yoga texts, they would say, move prana upward, move prana upward, because when the prana moves too much downward, it's the material direction. When the prana moves upward, it is the spiritual direction. So this is one of the reasons why they did inversions, to reverse the direction of the flow of energy in the direction of materialism. So that is why they proposed inversions, and not because of what some people believe today, that when we do inversions, more blood goes to the brain. That theory does not really stand value, because if that were true, then when we stand on our feet, more blood should go to the feet, but that does not happen. So that is not the theory. The actual theory for inversions is on an energetic dimension, and that is why they are called viparita, which means reversing or inversing. So rather than allow the energy, the prana, to move only in one direction, which is the downward direction towards materialism, towards matter, we are reversing it to move in the spiritual direction by the practice of inversions for a limited period of time under guidance from a competent teacher. Namaste, my dear friends.